Hello everyone. Now before I begin, let me just say I have not read the book World War Z, so I won't be comparing the film to the book at all. I'm simply going to be judging the film on its own merits. Also, I will be spoiling a couple of things about this film, so if you haven't seen World War Z, then, don't listen any further. Okay. Now, this film was a pleasant surprise for me because when I saw the trailer for this, I was really off. Yeah, I was really sort of, you could say, disheartened by the fact they were using CG zombies. Because apart from the remake of Dawn of the Dead, I think just about every single zombie film made use of real people playing the zombies, and I don't know, it was off-putting for me. However, when you're watching the film, you know why they had to have CG zombies, because some of the scenes in this film they could not have done with real people. They could not have done it at all. Especially this one scene in Jerusalem, where there's this giant wall covering the city, and there's a scene where this massive horde of zombies start piling on top of each other, try and climb up these walls. It's this massive zombie pile-up. And, okay, there's one little funny thing about this. This city has got helicopters patrolling the perimeter, and not one of these helicopters, not one person notices this massive pile-up of zombies. There must be like 100,000 zombies in this pile-up, and not one person notices this. It's like, okay. And, yeah, there's another thing. Just before this pile-up happens, you see refugees coming into the city. But just before that happens, the camera sort of gives you this wide-angle shot. It sort of shows you the city from like a bird's-eye view. And you see the city is surrounded by thousands upon thousands of the undead. And one question kept coming to my mind is like, how are these refugees getting in? How are they getting the refugees inside? Because you see people, this giant queue of people were trying to get inside to the city. And even a couple, I think there was like a scene where a convoy was getting in as well. I was like, how? How are they letting people into the city? How can they let people into the city when there's like 1,000 trillion billion zombies around them? It's like, so is there some kind of secret entrance they're using? I mean, it didn't look like they were using a secret entrance. I just didn't understand how all these people were getting into the city when the city is surrounded by thousands upon thousands of the undead. It was, I mean, well, a minor nitpick. But this was the first film where I think you see a modern military actually fight the zombies, because just about every single zombie film I can think of, it always centres on a small group of survivors just as the outbreak is happening, or long after the outbreak has happened, and basically the world is controlled by the zombies, and you stay with these small group of survivors. So I think this was a fresh take on the zombie movie. It was a fresh take actually seeing a large modern military fighting a large zombie horde. And as far as I know, I don't think that's ever been done before. I have never seen a film where they did anything close to this. So this was definitely a fresh look on a zombie movie for me. Brad Pitt, I thought, was good. He was pretty good. I thought I found his character to be believable. And the tension in this film was great. There's a moment where he and his family are in this building, and they're quietly opening this door, and it's basically just complete darkness. And it goes to like a first-person view of a camera. The camera turns to this, first-person view, and it's all looking around in this little, to this dark stairwell. And just as they're about to leave this room that they're in, a zombie face goes right in full view on the camera. And by the way, I'm watching this in 3D as well, so that was a bit off-putting. And it was. Usually, I don't like jump scares, but I thought the jump scares in this film were pretty good. They certainly had their place. So yeah, I mean, there was a lot of good qualities about this film, and this was definitely a pleasant surprise for me because and I think quite a few other people thought this as well, expected World War Z to be subpar maybe, but I was completely wrong because this film was actually really enjoyable. It was really good. Now I know they're actually planning to make a trilogy of the World War Z if it does well. Now, if we do get a trilogy, that would be great. That'd be something to look forward to because I can tell you this right now, I will be buying a DVD of World War Z as soon as it comes out because I completely enjoyed this film. Again, well, apart from minor nitpicks here and there, but even though those minor nitpicks were actually kind of enjoyable anyway, because the scenes were shot well. So, and like I said, no film was perfect. And there wasn't any scenes in this film. There wasn't a moment in this film which was painful for me. There were no painful moments. And I think that's kind of rare in a film. That's really is kind of rare. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend you go see World War Z because it's a good summer action film and it's a fresh intake on a zombie apocalypse film. So, yeah, watch World War Z. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.